Welcome back to South Georgia Home. My name is Gail. We just got through filming our Decorate with me on the console table in the cabinet. You probably won't see this until a couple of videos after that because I have another video of a haul that needs to come out after. What I went to today was an estate sale. It was listed as an estate sale slash florist liquidation. They had it in the floor shop, not in a home. And it was kind of in a strip mall out in the middle of the country, you know, an old building that had 2 or 3 businesses in it. And by the time I got there, there was already a line to get in the door. When I got out of my vehicle and started towards the line, it started in. So I got there just as they opened the doors. And I can't blame it on Captain Slow because he didn't go with me today. He went to work. So it was all me getting there late. Anyway, I saw the pictures on a website. There's a couple of things I wanted to see. Some of them were gone by the time I got there. Some of them were still there and are still there because I didn't pick them up. And 1 or 2 things I did bring home. The big purchase, I didn't even see in the pictures. I didn't see it till I got there and I was happy it was still there. So, I think I paid $50 for the estate sale. And I've got a couple of things that I got at the thrift store. So, we'll get on into the estate sale. Now, if it didn't have a price, the lady at the cash register, the woman conducting the sale, she was out there hobnobbing with people at the holding table. So the cashier would hold it up and she would yell out a price. If I say, I don't know. Could be. I think she said $8 for this. If I'd have known that, I probably would have left them where they were. I already have a set of these salt and pepper shakers. They didn't have a price, like I said. No price. So, there are 2 sets of these, and they are quite nice and tarnished, the lids. 2 sets of these, and I bought a set, I think maybe $4 at an estate sale, so I shouldn't be grumbling. There are 2 sets in here. And there's also a set of these. I believe these are plastic. They feel plastic, they sound plastic. I probably could take them outside on that concrete out there and slam them down and find out, but I really don't want to do that. So, $8 for 3 sets of just clear glass salt and pepper shakers. And if I'd have known that, I probably would have left them. But I was already checking out, and I didn't want to look like a cheapskate, so they stayed in. If it had been much more, I probably said, no, thank you. So, this was one of the things that I did want to see. I thought I saw it in the pictures. They had this, and they had one of these. Now, I got this from an antique store a couple of years ago. I used it at Christmas last year, but not this year. Not 2024, but 2023. It is made in Japan. And there are the hors d'oeuvre cutters. I think I paid $6 at the antique store. So they had a set of those, and they had this. I saw it in the pictures, and I was wondering what it was. Pastry cutters. Look how chippy that paint is. I don't know, it's an illness to want to collect things that are rusty, chippy, worn out, beat up, dented. I don't know. There's some kind of psychosis, I'm sure. But you can see the hinge on the back. It was $6. And these say made in England. Let me see if I can get it right. Made in England. They are what we would consider biscuit cutters, which they consider, I'm sure, scone cutters. And you can see how rusty they are. And the other is a set of 4. So, I like that. You can decorate. This is a good idea for like Valentine's. If you don't want to do the hearts and all that stuff, you can put this out for Valentine's, red and white. Also for Valentine's, I found these in the back room where her refrigerators were, where she kept the fresh flowers at one time. All of that was shut down, but they did have some tubs, some plastic tubs, and each tub had a gazillion scissors and clippers and pins and all kinds of things. But I found this set, and you can see they're not very big, not very long. They are red, and the handles are chipped up, so kind of cute. Nothing says Valentine's Day and I love you like a pair of scissors. Not advocating you go put them in somebody. Now, this was on the table, and I believe, I don't know, it could be $2. I'm not quite sure. they match this set. So I think I have some of the bigger platters. I may have a small one already. I'm not sure. But I know I have some bigger platters. Well, yeah, there's one. So I want to say $2, but yeah. This was in their artwork. They did have artwork under the tables. They had boxes shoved under the tables. If you could find a break in all the people, because it was slam full of people. That's one of the reasons I did a video in there, was it was tightly packed. And you really had to watch yourself because of all the glass and the cookware and all that. You didn't want to knock anything off. People just, you know, some people, I won't say all people, some people kind of can just forget common courtesy sometimes. And it was also like bees to a honey hive. It was, everybody congregated, and then when they got what they wanted, they started to dissipate out. There was a little more room to operate a little later on. But I made 2 rounds in the front, and then I just did that one time in the back because there wasn't that much to see in the back. This I did find on the floor with some other artwork. I love that color, that pea green color. And I love the subject matter. It's just a little mom and pop grocery store like they used to be on the back road, little country road, mom and pop store. And you can see it says grocery. And you can see right here in the corner, I believe it says Kim 1981. Yeah, Kim 1981. Sorry about the ring light there. But I do like that. And I have a good idea. I may take a picture of it where I'm going to put it. Right now I have another picture there. And that's going to stay for a little while. And when I change it out, this is what it'll go to. Now, they had a box. Well, they had several linens in several places. They had sheets in one place. They had bedspreads. They had Chanel bedspreads. I don't do Chanel, but if that's your thing, they had 1 or 2 of them in there. And they had a box of doilies, my kryptonite. These, I don't know if you want to call them really small tablecloths or really big doilies. But you can see the size of them. Now, this one is a little different than the other one. It's the same size, but you see this one's a little bigger holes in the, I don't know what you call this, knitting, lacing, whatever you call it. I call it pretty, but that's as technical as I can get. And then this one, like I said, same size. It's just got a tighter pattern on it. Excuse me. And I thought it was really, really pretty. So, you can, hang it out of baskets. Or like my coffee table. I could put one of these in the center of the coffee table. This, I think this is my 4th one. It was $4. And it is the potato masher. It is so rusty, I would not dare mash potatoes with this thing. But, again, I don't know how I find myself in collections sometimes, but this is the 4th one I bought. It's got a little bit of that green still left on it. I don't know if somebody took a sanding paper to it and tried to smooth it off. I don't know. But yeah, I picked that up. And this will be for sale. This was in the back room where the scissors were. I've sold one of these before. It is a Barrel Chicago pencil sharpener. And I don't think she ever emptied this thing out. When I brought it home, it was slap full of pencil shavings and graphite powder. And isn't that what that is, graphite? I think so. When I opened it up and tried to pour it out, you couldn't pour it out. You couldn't bang it on the side of the trash can and get it out. You had to reach in there and pry it out. It was pretty bad. I don't think she ever emptied it, really. So that will be for sale. And then the last thing was the big ticket item. I did not see this on their pictures. It was on the bottom of a cabinet. So when I was walking through looking, I was kind of looking down to see what was underneath the tables. And I swiveled around and saw this and grabbed it up, just praying it would be a decent price. I would like to have been a little less of a price, but I am not lucky enough to find these in thrift stores. I have found some kind of like it in antique stores, but usually more than what I want to pay. This is more than I wanted to pay, but I went ahead and ponied up for it. It's as big as my head. So it was $20. And it does say Master Potter, E.J. Humphreys. And I can't make up the pottery of where it was. But that's what's on the bottom of it. I'm sure, I guess you can use this for food. You could probably put a potted plant in here. Pothos plant. Just sit the whole basket of the plant in there. You could use, like, if you're like me and you have a collection of this kind of stuff, you could use that for that. I guess you could use it for food. I don't know. But yeah, 20 bucks. I paid 50 for the whole kit and caboodle. And that was a little more than what I wanted to pay. But for that, $50. And 20 of it was that picture. Now, I went to Walmart after that because groceries, you know, need to be bought. And nothing else is really open. You know, when estate sales have really early sales and you get through, there's nothing really open. The thrift stores around there open about 9 o'clock. Antique malls only open about 10. So went to Walmart and did what I had to do. And then I hit 2 thrift stores. They were both Restore thrift stores. One was close to Walmart, one was across the town. I don't know if it's the same for you, but these thrift stores are just not packing it in right now. Kind of the same stuff that I've seen and not a lot of it. I did find one thing in each store. I found these placemats. I think they're really pretty for the colors for a guy. They're just really, really pretty colors. It's almost an orange or burnt orange there. And of course, you know, fall. People would, you know, associate this with fall. These are brand new. They still have the tags on them. They were sold at dirt cheap, I'm imagining, for $4, $4.99. You can see dirt cheap right there, $4.99. These are Hearth and Home. I believe that's Joanna Gaines. Hearth and Home with Magnolia. Brand new with their tags. If I'd have bought them in the store, they'd have been $5 a piece. But at the thrift store, $2. That's why I get cheap when I go places and I see pots for $20 and I think, man, I wish I could get that cheaper. When you start getting things cheap at the thrift store, it's really hard to start cashing out at somewhere else. So I went to across town to the other Restore thrift store. Same deal on their shelves. I did manage to find one thing though, a ball jar. It's clear. I mean, you can see it's clear. It's not one of the blue ones. It's square. And it does have the locking mechanism up top. It was $3. It is cracked right there, but this was not going to be something I was going to can with. I do have some older jars that I do can with. Let me see if I get this right. I do have some older jars that I can with, but nothing with that kind of seal. So I'm going to try to clean that up and get it styled over here because we've got the clear glass out right now. I do have the blue, the ball jars in blue, not the blue ball jars. I do have the blue ball jars in blue over there by my cookbooks. This time of year, we're getting ready for spring. I've told you before, the day after Christmas, I'm ready for spring. I'm done with winter. I like the cooler temperatures, but I'm ready for the grass to green up and things to start growing and blooming. Anyway, I like the time of year where I can put these out on display. I mean, I've got them out now, but it's just a reminder that canning season is right around the corner. And that's another thing that we get into is canning. It's like free grocery shopping. When you can go out to your garden and pick something and then bring it in and can it, put it on your shelf, free grocery shopping. Anyway, $3 for that, $2 for that, so $5, $55 between that estate sale and the thrift stores. And like I said, you'll probably see this one a couple of weeks after that decorating because we do have another thrift haul in there. Sorry I didn't get any video of the sale itself, the shop along with me. It's just too many people and it's just too packed, whatever you want to call it. So thank you for watching South Georgia Home. We hope to see you again soon, and be safe and stay warm. Do you?